Like and subscribe for more content.
The path to citizenship, as we've discussed, is paved with both triumphs and complexities. While you've successfully navigated the legal hurdles to achieve your American dream, the journey doesn't conclude with the oath of allegiance. A new set of challenges emerges, requiring vigilance and a keen awareness of potential pitfalls. One such significant area of concern is the pervasive threat of immigration fraud. Unfortunately, the process of immigration, with its inherent complexities and often emotional stakes, makes vulnerable individuals easy targets for unscrupulous individuals and organizations. Understanding the various forms of immigration fraud is crucial for protecting yourself and your family. These fraudulent schemes are often sophisticated, exploiting the anxieties and hopes of immigrants seeking a better life. They prey on the unfamiliarity with the legal system, the language barrier, and the desperation to achieve a desired outcome. Never underestimate the lengths some will go to for financial gain at the expense of others. One common tactic involves fake immigration lawyers or consultants. These individuals often present themselves as experienced professionals, promising expedited processing, guaranteed approvals, or even forging documents. They may demand exorbitant fees up front, with little to no guarantee of delivering on their promises. Their tactics can range from subtly misleading to outright deception. They might advertise their services through seemingly legitimate websites, social media platforms, or even community centers. Their promises are often too good to be true. Quick processing times, guaranteed results, and the implication that they have access to back channels or special relationships within immigration services. Be wary of anyone who guarantees results in a process that inherently involves unpredictable elements and bureaucratic complexities. Another prevalent form of fraud involves counterfeit documents. This could range from falsified birth certificates, diplomas, or marriage certificates to fabricated employment records or tax returns. These documents are often used to support applications for various immigration benefits, including green cards, visas, or citizenship. The quality of these forged documents can be surprisingly high, making it difficult to distinguish them from genuine documents without expert examination. The consequences of using fraudulent documents are severe, including deportation, criminal charges, and a permanent bar from future immigration applications. Therefore, it's imperative to only use original, authentic documents throughout the entire immigration process. Employment-based immigration fraud is another significant concern. Some unscrupulous employers may exploit undocumented workers, paying them substandard wages, failing to provide adequate working conditions, or even threatening to report them to immigration authorities if they complain. These employers often prey on the desperation of immigrants who fear deportation and are unwilling to report their exploitation. Others may create false employment offers to sponsor immigrants for green cards, later withdrawing the offer or failing to provide the promised support. In these situations, the employer profits from the exploitation of vulnerable workers and subverts the legitimate immigration system for personal gain. Marriage-based immigration fraud is also a common issue. This can involve sham marriages, where individuals enter into a marriage solely for the purpose of obtaining immigration benefits, without any genuine intention of building a legitimate marital relationship. In such cases, the sponsor may be motivated by financial gain, while the sponsored spouse seeks a path to legal residency. Both parties risk facing significant legal consequences, including criminal charges, deportation, and a permanent bar from future immigration applications. Immigration authorities are highly skilled at detecting sham marriages, investigating factors like the length of the relationship, cohabitation, joint finances, and communication patterns to ensure the legitimacy of the marriage. Finally, there's the constant danger of online scams. The internet offers a vast platform for fraudulent activities related to immigration. Be wary of websites, emails, or social media posts promising expedited processing or guaranteed results for a fee. Many scams target immigrants through phishing emails, fake websites, or fraudulent advertisements that mimic official government websites or immigration services. These scams often prey on the desperation and lack of familiarity with the legal process, leading immigrants to unknowingly provide personal information or financial funds to fraudsters. Always verify the legitimacy of any website or communication by cross-referencing it with official government sources before providing any information or making payments. Recognizing these fraudulent schemes is only half the battle. The next crucial step is knowing how to protect yourself. The best defense against immigration fraud is to rely solely on official channels and reputable sources of information. This includes consulting with licensed immigration attorneys, accessing information directly from government websites, such as the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services website, USCIS, and avoiding any shortcuts or guarantees that seem too good to be true. Remember, the immigration process is lengthy and often complex. Patience and diligence are essential. Avoid anyone who promises quick results or guaranteed success, as these are often indicators of fraud. Always verify the credentials of any lawyer or consultant before engaging their services, checking their licensing and professional affiliations. Don't hesitate to seek a second opinion from a different professional if you have any doubts or concerns. Never pay exorbitant fees up front. Reputable lawyers typically work on a fee schedule and should be transparent about their charges. Be wary of anyone who demands large sums of money before providing services or guarantees. If you suspect you are a victim of immigration fraud, report it to the appropriate authorities immediately. This might involve contacting the USCIS, the Department of Homeland Security, or your local law enforcement agency. Gathering evidence, such as emails, contracts, or financial records, is critical for supporting your claim. Seek legal assistance promptly to understand your rights and options and to protect yourself from further harm. Documenting every interaction, even seemingly insignificant ones, can prove invaluable if you become a victim of fraud. Keep copies of all communications, financial transactions, and applications. Protecting yourself from immigration fraud requires vigilance, skepticism, and a commitment to seeking information from reliable sources. Don't let desperation or fear cloud your judgment. Take your time, do your research, and seek professional guidance from trustworthy sources. Your journey to a new life in the United States is valuable, and it's crucial to safeguard yourself against those who would exploit your hopes and dreams for their own profit. Your safety and the legitimacy of your immigration status are paramount. Remember, navigating the complexities of the immigration system is challenging, but armed with knowledge and awareness, you can significantly reduce your vulnerability to fraudulent schemes and ensure your journey is both safe and successful. The American dream is attainable, but it's essential to protect yourself and avoid the pitfalls of those who seek to profit from your aspirations. Navigating the complexities of the legal system requires diligence and caution, but the rewards of successful immigration are worth the effort. The previous sections highlighted the insidious nature of immigration fraud, emphasizing the importance of vigilance and reliance on legitimate channels. However, even with meticulous planning and the assistance of reputable professionals, encounters with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, remain a significant concern for many immigrants. Understanding your rights and knowing how to act in these situations is crucial to protecting yourself and avoiding further complications. The consequences of mishandling an encounter with ICE can range from unnecessary detention to deportation, impacting not only your immigration status, but also your personal safety and well-being. First and foremost, remember that you have rights. ICE officers are required to identify themselves and inform you of the reason for their contact. While you are not obligated to answer every question, you should always remain respectful and polite. Avoid aggressive or confrontational behavior, as this can escalate the situation unnecessarily. Documenting the encounter is paramount. If possible, discreetly note the officer's name, badge number, and the time and location of the interaction. If you feel threatened or unsafe, immediately inform the officer that you are requesting a lawyer. A common misconception is that you must immediately consent to a search of your person, property, or vehicle. This is absolutely not true. ICE officers must have reasonable suspicion to conduct a search, and you have the right to refuse consent. While they may have legal means to obtain a warrant or other legal authorization for a search, asserting your right to refuse consent is a crucial step in protecting yourself. If an officer attempts to search without proper legal authority, remember to clearly and firmly state, "I do not consent to a search." Documenting this refusal is essential. If ICE agents request entry to your home, they must have a warrant. Unless an emergency situation exists, such as evidence of a crime in progress, they cannot enter your home without a judicially issued warrant. If officers arrive at your door and demand entry without a warrant, request that they provide it. If they cannot produce a valid warrant, you are under no legal obligation to allow them access to your home. It's vital to maintain a calm but firm demeanor, clearly expressing your understanding of your rights. Document the incident and consider contacting an attorney immediately to advise you on further actions. You have the right to remain silent. You are not required to answer any questions from ICE agents, and doing so could inadvertently compromise your immigration status or expose you to further investigation. It is best to politely but firmly decline to answer any questions without the presence of an attorney. Repeating the phrase, "I wish to remain silent and speak with an attorney," is a simple yet powerful way to protect yourself. Remember, anything you say can and will be used against you in a legal proceeding. If you are detained, you have the right to contact a lawyer immediately. ICE is required to inform you of your right to legal counsel, and you should exercise this right without delay. If you are unable to contact a lawyer yourself, you have the right to request that ICE facilitate contact with legal representation. While ICE isn't obligated to provide a lawyer for you, they are required to facilitate access. Furthermore, you are entitled to a credible translator if you don't understand English. Do not hesitate to ask for one if you need assistance understanding the proceedings. The situation becomes particularly sensitive if you are detained and facing deportation. You have the right to due process, which ensures a fair hearing before any final decisions are made regarding your immigration status. This includes the right to an attorney, the right to present evidence, and the right to challenge the government's case against you. If you believe you are being unjustly targeted or your detention is unlawful, seek immediate legal assistance. Remember, the information provided here is not a substitute for professional legal advice. Immigration law is exceedingly complex, and the specifics of your situation may require specialized expertise. Always seek the guidance of a qualified and experienced immigration lawyer who can provide tailored advice based on your individual circumstances. They can explain your rights in greater detail, assist you with navigating complex legal procedures, and represent you in any proceedings. The emotional distress associated with ICE encounters can be immense. Anxiety, fear, and uncertainty are common reactions. It's vital to develop a support network comprising family, friends, and community organizations that can offer emotional and practical support during this challenging period. Immigrant rights organizations often provide invaluable resources, including legal aid, counseling, and advocacy. Utilizing these resources can significantly ease the burden and help you navigate the process effectively. In conclusion, understanding your rights when interacting with ICE is paramount for protecting yourself against exploitation and potential harm. Remember your right to remain silent, your right to legal counsel, and your right to refuse unlawful searches. Document every encounter, maintain calm and respectful communication, and seek legal counsel without delay. While navigating encounters with ICE is daunting, knowing your rights and seeking expert assistance will significantly increase your chances of a fair and just outcome. The path to citizenship, while often fraught with challenges, is a journey worth protecting, and a thorough understanding of your rights is the cornerstone of that protection. The complexities of the system demand proactive self-advocacy and access to expert assistance, empowering you to navigate the system with confidence and resilience. Your right to due process and fair treatment should never be disregarded, and engaging with these rights is essential to safeguarding your future. The American dream, attainable though challenging, demands this commitment to understanding your rights and seeking expert legal guidance, ensuring that the journey to your new life is both safe and secure. Your safety and the pursuit of your goals depends on it. The fight for a better life often leads immigrants to new lands, brimming with hope and the promise of opportunity. But this journey, while filled with dreams, can also be fraught with hidden dangers. While navigating the complex immigration system, many newcomers find themselves vulnerable to exploitation, particularly in the workplace. Understanding these potential threats and knowing how to protect yourself is crucial to ensuring a safe and successful transition. One of the most prevalent forms of workplace exploitation is wage theft. This can take many forms, from employers failing to pay minimum wage or overtime to outright refusing to pay earned wages. Imagine arriving in a new country, eager to start working and contributing, only to discover your employer is systematically underpaying you. The initial excitement quickly fades, replaced by anxiety and desperation. You might be hesitant to report it, fearing retaliation or further jeopardizing your already precarious immigration status. However, silence only emboldens the exploiter. Wage theft is not a victimless crime. It is a systematic violation of labor laws designed to protect workers and ensure a minimum standard of living. The consequences can be devastating, leaving vulnerable workers struggling to meet basic needs, pay rent, or support their families. It's a form of modern-day slavery, robbing individuals of their hard-earned money and their dignity. This is why it is vital to know your rights and to understand the resources available to you. Before accepting a job, thoroughly research the employer's reputation and ensure they are compliant with all applicable labor laws. Keep meticulous records of your hours worked, your pay stubs, and any agreements regarding your compensation. Discrepancies should be immediately addressed with your employer, preferably in writing, creating a paper trail to support your claims later on. If your employer refuses to rectify the situation, do not hesitate to seek legal counsel and report the issue to the appropriate authorities. Beyond wage theft, many immigrants face unfair labor practices. This encompasses a broad range of abuses, including working excessive hours without proper compensation, facing unsafe working conditions, or being denied essential benefits such as health insurance or paid time off. These practices are often subtle, making them difficult to identify and challenging to combat. An employer might subtly pressure you to work longer hours, implying that it's a requirement for maintaining your job. Or they might overlook necessary safety precautions, rationalizing it as a cost-saving measure. These situations can be incredibly daunting, particularly for those who are unfamiliar with local labor laws and lack a robust support network. However, remember that your rights are not dependent on your immigration status. These protections extend to all workers, regardless of their citizenship or visa type. Familiarize yourself with your state's labor laws, often available online through your state's Department of Labor website. These resources often provide detailed explanations of employee rights, common forms of exploitation, and the procedures for filing a complaint. Additionally, countless nonprofit organizations dedicated to immigrant rights offer vital assistance and guidance, helping you navigate the complexities of the legal system and advocating on your behalf. Harassment is another significant concern for immigrant workers. This can manifest in various forms, ranging from verbal abuse and intimidation to sexual harassment and even physical assault. The power imbalance inherent in employer-employee relationships, coupled with the vulnerability often experienced by immigrants who fear losing their jobs or facing deportation, exacerbates these risks. This type of exploitation not only violates labor laws, but also creates a hostile and unsafe work environment. This can profoundly affect the mental and emotional well-being of the victims, leaving lasting psychological scars. Remember, you have the right to a safe workplace, free from harassment of any kind. Reporting workplace harassment is vital, and the process is often more straightforward than many assume. Document every instance of harassment, including dates, times, locations, and detailed descriptions of what occurred. If possible, obtain witness statements. If your employer is the perpetrator, consider reporting the incident to a higher authority within the company or to an external organization. Many states have specific reporting mechanisms for workplace harassment, often within their respective departments of labor or Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions, EEOC. You may also want to contact a lawyer specializing in employment law to understand your legal options and to pursue redress for the damage you have suffered. Let's examine a real-world example. Maria, a recent immigrant working in a restaurant, was consistently underpaid by her employer. While she initially hesitated to speak up, fearing the repercussions, she eventually sought help from a local immigrant rights organization. With their assistance, she documented her working hours, pay stubs, and the employer's consistent failure to meet minimum wage requirements. The organization provided legal counsel, and Maria was able to successfully recover her stolen wages and report her employer to the appropriate authorities. Her experience serves as a powerful reminder that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a crucial step in protecting oneself from exploitation. Another scenario involves David, a construction worker who was subjected to unsafe working conditions. He was pressured to work without proper safety equipment and was frequently made to work excessive hours without overtime pay. Fearful of losing his job and jeopardizing his visa status, he endured the dangerous conditions for months. He finally reached out to an advocacy group who connected him with an employment lawyer. The lawyer filed a formal complaint, leading to an investigation and subsequent sanctions against his employer. David's story demonstrates that even seemingly insurmountable obstacles can be overcome with the right support and guidance. These narratives highlight the importance of understanding your rights, documenting instances of exploitation, and seeking legal assistance when needed. Immigrant workers often face unique challenges, including language barriers, cultural differences, and fear of retaliation. However, this does not diminish their rights or their access to justice. Numerous organizations dedicated to immigrant rights offer comprehensive support, including legal aid, counseling, and advocacy, empowering workers to fight for their rights and create a better future for themselves and their families. Remember, workplace exploitation is not only a legal issue, but a moral one. It's a violation of human dignity and a betrayal of the promise of opportunity that draws so many to new countries. By understanding the different forms of workplace exploitation, learning how to identify them, and knowing where to seek help, you can protect yourself, assert your rights, and contribute to creating a more just and equitable workplace for all. Your journey may be filled with obstacles, but your rights, your dignity, and your pursuit of a better life are worth fighting for. Do not hesitate to seek assistance. Your voice matters, and your future deserves protection. The resources are out there, waiting to help you navigate the challenges and secure the brighter future you deserve. Navigating the complexities of the immigration system can feel overwhelming, especially when facing exploitation or facing legal challenges. Fear, language barriers, and unfamiliarity with the legal landscape can often prevent immigrants from seeking the help they desperately need. However, understanding where to find reliable and affordable legal assistance is a crucial step in protecting your rights and securing a brighter future. Remember, seeking legal aid is not a sign of weakness. It's a proactive measure to safeguard your well-being and ensure a fair process. One of the most valuable resources for immigrants facing legal difficulties is the network of nonprofit organizations dedicated to providing legal services. These organizations often operate on a shoestring budget, relying on donations and grants to offer pro bono, free, or low-cost assistance to vulnerable populations. Their expertise often spans a wide range of immigration matters, from asylum applications and green card processes to deportation defense and family-based immigration petitions. These organizations understand the unique challenges immigrants face and can provide compassionate and culturally sensitive support. They not only offer legal representation, but often provide crucial ancillary services like translation, advocacy, and referrals to other necessary support systems. To find these organizations, a simple online search using terms like Immigrant Legal Services, your city-state, or Immigration Legal Aid, your city-state, will yield a range of results. You can also consult your local library, community centers, or faith-based organizations. They frequently have directories of relevant resources and can often provide referrals. Don't underestimate the power of pro bono legal services. Many law firms and individual attorneys dedicate a portion of their practice to providing free legal assistance to those who cannot afford it. Pro bono services often stem from a commitment to social justice and a desire to help those in need. While availability varies depending on the attorney's caseload and specialization, exploring pro bono options can be a significant cost saver, especially in situations where legal representation is crucial. The websites of bar associations, legal aid societies, and even individual law firms often list pro bono opportunities or contact information for attorneys who offer them. Be aware that securing pro bono representation often involves an application process that assesses your eligibility based on financial need and the nature of your legal issue. This process can be somewhat time-consuming, but the potential reward of free legal expertise justifies the effort. Another avenue for affordable legal assistance is through low-cost legal clinics or attorneys who offer reduced fees for qualifying clients. These clinics are often run by law schools, nonprofit organizations, or government agencies, offering legal guidance at a fraction of the cost of private legal counsel. These clinics frequently focus on specific legal areas, such as family law, consumer law, or immigration. The reduced fees are often based on a sliding scale, adjusting the cost based on the client's income and ability to pay. Finding these resources usually involves online searches or contacting local bar associations or legal aid organizations. While low-cost clinics might not offer the same level of personalized attention as a private attorney, the expertise and guidance they offer can still prove invaluable in navigating complex legal situations. The government itself also provides some avenues for legal assistance, particularly for those facing deportation. While not always directly providing legal representation, government agencies offer resources and information that can be crucial in building your case. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services (USCIS) website provides valuable information regarding immigration procedures, regulations, and forms. Similarly, immigration courts often have self-help resources and legal clinics available to assist individuals in understanding court procedures and navigating the legal system. While this assistance is not a substitute for legal representation, it can supplement the information you gather from other resources and empower you to take a more active role in your own case. Regardless of the route you choose, careful consideration should be given to selecting the right legal professional for your situation. Thorough research is essential. Before engaging any attorney or organization, verify their credentials, experience in handling cases similar to yours, and their reputation within the community. Check online reviews, contact previous clients if possible, and inquire about their fees and payment plans. Remember that trust and effective communication are critical in any attorney-client relationship. Choose someone you feel comfortable with and who you believe understands your concerns and can advocate effectively on your behalf. Language barriers can present a significant hurdle when seeking legal assistance. Be sure to inquire about translation services or if the attorney or organization has staff fluent in your native language. Don't hesitate to ask questions. It's essential to understand every aspect of your legal case. If you are struggling to understand any information, politely request clarification until you are completely clear on the next steps, your responsibilities, and your rights. Finally, remember that your immigration status should never prevent you from seeking legal recourse against exploitation or injustice. Regardless of your visa type or current immigration proceedings, you are entitled to protection under the law. Do not let fear or intimidation silence your voice. Many legal aid organizations and attorneys have significant experience working with immigrants who may be facing deportation or other significant legal hurdles. Seek help, document everything, and remember that your journey to a better life deserves protection. Your rights are worth fighting for, and the resources to protect those rights are available. Don't hesitate to reach out and secure the support you need. Your future depends on it. Building a strong support network is arguably the most crucial, yet often overlooked aspect of navigating the complexities of immigration. Feeling isolated and alone can amplify the stress and anxieties inherent in the immigration process, making you more vulnerable to exploitation and fraud. Conversely, a robust support network can provide invaluable emotional, practical, and even legal assistance, bolstering your resilience and empowering you to fight for your rights. The immigrant community itself is a treasure trove of resources. Sharing experiences and information with others who have trod a similar path can provide invaluable comfort and guidance. This doesn't just mean connecting with people who share your nationality. It's about finding a community of individuals navigating the same system, regardless of their background. These connections can lead to vital information about legal aid providers, affordable housing options, job opportunities, and even cultural support. The collective wisdom of those who've already faced the challenges you're currently encountering can save you time, money, and considerable heartache. Finding these connections requires a proactive approach. Start by attending community events geared toward immigrants. Many cities and towns host regular gatherings, workshops, and social events designed to integrate newcomers. These events often provide an excellent opportunity to meet people facing similar challenges and to learn about available resources. Check with your local library, community centers, houses of worship, and even local colleges and universities. Many of these institutions host or sponsor events specifically tailored to immigrants and refugees. Online platforms can also prove incredibly effective in building your support network. Numerous online forums, social media groups, and dedicated websites exist specifically for immigrants to connect and share information. These platforms can serve as a powerful tool for finding answers to specific questions, learning about local services, or simply finding a sympathetic ear when you need to vent frustrations. Use caution, however, when seeking advice online. While many online forums are populated with helpful and informed individuals, it's important to discern credible information from misinformation. Always cross-reference information you find online with trusted sources, such as reputable legal aid organizations or government websites. Networking within your existing community is also crucial. Even if you don't know many immigrants personally, your current network of friends, family, and acquaintances may have connections to the immigrant community or possess knowledge that can prove beneficial. Don't hesitate to reach out and let them know you are seeking support and connections. You may be surprised by the helpfulness and generosity of people who may not have ever encountered the intricacies of immigration law before, but are eager to assist in any way they can. Faith-based organizations often play a significant role in providing support for immigrant communities. Many churches, synagogues, mosques, and temples offer assistance ranging from language classes and legal referrals to food banks and housing assistance. They can provide not only practical aid, but also vital emotional and spiritual support during challenging times. Don't hesitate to reach out to faith-based organizations, even if you are not affiliated with that particular faith. Many are committed to helping all members of the community, irrespective of religious background. Immigrant rights advocacy groups and organizations offer another crucial avenue of support. These organizations dedicate themselves to advocating for the rights of immigrants, often providing legal aid, educational resources, and advocacy services. They can be invaluable allies in navigating the complexities of the immigration system and fighting for your rights. Many of these organizations have extensive experience representing immigrants in legal proceedings and can offer crucial support and guidance. Consider volunteering your time to one of these organizations. While this might seem counterintuitive, seeking support while offering support, the act of giving back can be surprisingly therapeutic and empowering. Participating in the work of these organizations not only offers you a valuable service to the community, but also allows you to build meaningful relationships with other individuals facing similar challenges. It's a way of finding support while simultaneously strengthening the very network designed to offer that support. The connections you forge can be invaluable in providing both practical and emotional support. Moreover, consider tapping into resources from your home country's consulate or embassy. While their primary function isn't providing legal aid, they can often provide helpful information and guidance regarding navigating the immigration system. They may have connections to organizations offering support to their nationals in your new country. They might also be able to assist with connecting you to family members back home or providing information regarding official documentation. Remember that building a strong support network is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It requires effort, persistence, and a willingness to reach out and connect with others. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't underestimate the power of community. The strength and resilience of the immigrant community lie in its interconnectedness, its shared experiences, and its collective commitment to supporting one another. The support network extends beyond just emotional and practical assistance. It is instrumental in safeguarding you from exploitation and fraud. A trusted community can offer crucial advice and warnings about scams targeting immigrants. They can help you identify red flags and make informed decisions about legal representation, employment opportunities, and other critical aspects of your life in a new country. Sharing information and experiences among trusted community members creates a collective shield against those seeking to exploit vulnerable individuals. Building this supportive network takes time. It involves actively seeking out opportunities to connect with others, attending community events, and engaging in online forums. It also involves cultivating relationships and building trust within your newly formed circle of support. The investment of time and energy is well worth it. The rewards of a strong and reliable support network are immense and can be a deciding factor in your successful integration into your new life. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Many others have traveled a similar path, and their collective experience and support can make all the difference. Building a strong support network is not merely helpful, it is essential for survival and thriving in a new country.
Like and subscribe to support the channel. Donations welcome.